Hello, welcome back to the video learning. And we have been dealing with the chapter Indigo written by Louis Fisher. So, in the previous video lesson, we have learned that, uh, you know, the chapter is about very much a part of Indian history, and the chapter deals with the Indian sharecroppers and the people, the sharecroppers facing problem or great injustice in the hands of the British landlords. All right, so uh, Rajkumar Shukla by name, I'm recapitulating. All right, so Rajkumar Shukla, one of the Indian sharecroppers, went to Lucknow to meet Mahatma Gandhi and you know asking him to come to Champaran to help the sharecroppers, right? So Mahatma Gandhi, being a busy man in those days, he had so many pre-scheduled meetings, all right? So wherever Gandhi went, Rajkumar Shukla followed him, and that's how Gandhi was so impressed with his tenacity or his strong determination or his resolute character or nature that Gandhi had to accept, his invitation, right? So Rajkumar Shukla was asked to wait uh, at a particular place in Calcutta, and once Gandhi finished the meeting at Calcutta, he was to be taken to uh, Champaran. All right, so they met, and then they boarded the train to Patna, and there at Patna, Rajkumar Shukla took Mahatma Gandhi to Rajendra Prasad's house because he was a lawyer then, right? But unfortunately, he was not at home. Instead, the servants were there and they thought Gandhi to be one of the sharecroppers, and he was also thought to be untouchable. That is why he was not allowed to pull water out or draw water from the well, because they believed that the few drops that would fall from the bucket would pollute the entire water in the well. All right, and so before he left Patna, Mahatma Gandhi decided to stop by Muzaffarpur, all right, which is on the way to Champaran. So before he started on his journey, he sent a telegram to Professor J.P. Kriplani, all right, because he had known, Mahatma Gandhi had known Kriplani or met him at Shanti Niketan school, all right, so they were quite known to each other. And on 15th April 1917, that was at midnight, J.P. Kriplani, along with a large group of students, were waiting at the railway station to welcome Gandhi. All right. So the news about Mahatma Gandhi spread throughout Muzaffarpur and Champaran, and people started coming to see him. So Mahatma Gandhi is being referred as their champion. All right. So at Muzaffarpur, uh, Gandhi called on the or summoned the lawyers and asked what they had been doing. All right. The reason why Gandhi decided to stop by Muzaffarpur was to collect more accurate information than Rajkumar Shukla could provide him with. All right. So the lawyers, told or informed Mahatma Gandhi that they fought these people, the sharecroppers' cases in the court, and in return they collect huge amount of fees. So it was then when Gandhi, scolded the lawyers, and he told them that it was of no use fighting their cases in the court, because Gandhi by then had realized that Indians were so scared of showing their sympathy or support to uh, Mahatma Gandhi or someone who practices or who follows home rule, the principle of home rule. And we have also learned that Professor Malkani was a man of extraordinary courage, because in those days, like, Gandhi realized that people were so scared of showing their sympathy, showing their support. Professor Malkani allowed Gandhi to stay at his home for 2 days, right? Okay, so there was also mention of what was the contract that was laid between the sharecroppers, Indian sharecroppers, and the British landlords. All right. So according to the contract, the 15% of the total land should be cultivated with indigo, right? And the entire 15% of indigo should be surrendered. The Indian sharecroppers are not allowed to keep even 1% of indigo. The entire 15% of, the land holding cultivated with land, and the entire harvest should be, given, or should be surrendered to the British landlords as a rent. So you know why the Britishers had forced the Indian farmers to cultivate the crop, indigo, because it was in a great demand in Britain, all right, due to industrialization. All right. So now let's uh, move on with the paragraph. Now here, it is on page number 49, second paragraph of your textbook. So I'll highlight it here. So presently, the landlords learned that Germany had developed synthetic indigo. So uh, the British landlords had learned something new about Germany's production of synthetic indigo. Synthetic indigo means, artificial indigo, not the natural crop. All right. So the British landlords had learned about the manufacturing of synthetic indigo by Germany. So they thereupon obtained agreements from the sharecroppers to pay them compensation for being released from the 15% arrangement. So because of the manufacturing or development of synthetic indigo, the British landlords wanted to, dupe or cheat the Indian farmers. All right. So what they said was, right, they need not cultivate the 15% of land with indigo. Instead, you know, they can pay some compensation, some money, compensation in the form of money, so that they can be released from the contract that was laid before between Indian sharecroppers and British landlords. All right. So now, why do you think there was a change in the contract? It's obviously because of the synthetic indigo being produced by Germany, right? So if you look carefully, or if you think carefully, like, it takes 1 year to get the natural indigo, but synthetic indigo, artificial indigo, it can be easily bought at any time. It is easily accessible, and it is also like as can it also can be bought at cheaper rates, whereas real or natural natural indigo, it takes 1 year to get the harvest. All right. Okay, and then it is not easily accessible because you have to wait for one whole year, right? So the British landlords intelligently changed the contract, the content in the contract, by making the landlords, making the Indian sharecroppers, to pay some money to be released from the contract. All right. Okay, so the sharecropping, next paragraph. The sharecropping, uh-oh, the sharecropping arrangement was irksome. Irksome means disagreeable, was quite annoying, was quite irritating, to the peasants, and many signed willingly. So because of the change in the contract, many sharecroppers who thought that, the 15% of total land holding to be cultivated with indigo was quite annoying or quite disagreeable to some. So they thought that it is a huge relief for them, all right? So they signed willingly, all right? Those who resisted engaged lawyers. The landlords hired thugs. Thugs means, hooligans or gundas, all right? So the some of the Indian sharecroppers, did not sign, all right? So what they did was they hired lawyers to take the case or to fight the case in the court, whereas the landlords hired thugs. Thugs means, like I said, hooligans, all right? One who creates disharmony, right? Or one who threatens, right? The weaker section or weaker people, right? So why do you think the landlords hired thugs? Because they know that, you know, they are not going to benefit from such, all right? So, to make the Indian sharecroppers pay some money or pay some compensation, they hired thugs, which is illegal, all right? Meanwhile, the information about synthetic indigo reached the illiterate peasants who had signed and they wanted their money back. So during that such time, the Indian sharecroppers who had signed the contract, the change in the contract, and had paid money as a compensation, they had later on come to know that due to Germany's manufacturing of synthetic indigo, British landlords had cheated them. All right, so they had learned about the truth, the reason behind why there was a change in the contract. So now that they had paid money, so they wanted their money returned. So, all right, that was the case. Okay. At this point, Gandhi arrived in Champaran. So, such was the situation when Gandhi arrived at Champaran. So, much things have happened, and this is the scenario when Gandhi arrived in Champaran. All right. So, next paragraph. He began by trying to get the facts. Who is he here? He here refers to Mahatma Gandhi. All right. So Mahatma Gandhi started uh, by trying to get the facts. So he tried to investigate by collecting the facts. All right. First, he visited the secretary of the British Landlords Association. The secretary told him that they could give no information to an outsider. Gandhi answered that he was no outsider. So Mahatma Gandhi must have felt that the right person to get the information is or would be the secretary of the British landlords, right? So he went there and he asked him to, provide the details or the information regarding the sharecropping. All right. So unfortunately, the secretary told Gandhi that they do not provide any information to an outsider, meaning that Gandhi was considered to be an outsider coming from other state. All right. And Gandhi replied that he was not an outsider. All right, because he is in India. Champaran is very much a part of India. So he told the British secretary of the British landlord that he was not an outsider. All right. Next, Gandhi called on the British official commissioner of the Tirhut division in which the Champaran district lay. The commissioner, Gandhi reports, proceeded to bully me and advised me forthwith to leave Tirhut. So when Mahatma Gandhi could not get information or details from the secretary of the British landlords, the next person he approached was the British official commissioner of that division, Tirhut division, under which Champaran also falls. All right. So there also, he was not provided. Instead of providing Gandhi with information, we come to know through Gandhi when he had written in one of the reports that the commissioner had bullied him. All right. Instead of providing information, he was bullied. We do not it was not mentioned in the textbook, but through the report written by Gandhi, we come to know that Gandhi was bullied by British official commissioner. All right, and then Gandhi was asked to leave Tirhat division itself. That means quit Tirhat. Right, Gandhi did not leave. Okay, Gandhi did not leave. Instead, he proceeded to Motihari, the capital of Champaran. So, as ordered by the British official commissioner, Gandhi did not leave Tirhat. Instead of leaving, where did he go? He went to Motihari, which is then the capital of Champaran. Several lawyers accompanied him. So he was not alone. There were several or many lawyers who went along with him. At the railway station, a vast multitude greeted Gandhi. So they have to travel by train. So at the railway station, a huge crowd greeted Gandhi, was there to welcome Gandhi. He went to a house and, using it as a headquarters, continued his investigation. All right. So Gandhi, after reaching Motihari, he took a house or went to a house and used that house as a headquarters. Headquarters means, the main office. And then he continued with his investigation, collecting facts and figures about the injustice, right? A report came in that a peasant had been maltreated in a nearby village. So during his stay in Motihari, Gandhi had learned that a peasant in the neighboring village was badly treated or was ill treated by one of the Britishers, right? So Gandhi decided to go and see, right? So because of that issue, Gandhi thought that it would be good if he went to see the uh, present himself. So the next morning, he started out on the back of an elephant. So the means of transportation for Gandhi when going to the house of the peasant was an elephant. All right. So the next morning itself, he went, all right, riding an elephant. He had not proceeded far when the police superintendent's messenger overtook him and ordered him to return to town in his carriage. So he had not gone far, right? Just then, like a messenger from police superintendent overtook. Overtook means, when you are riding, um two-wheeler, if somebody wants to go ahead of you, the person overtakes you from the right side. All right. So Mahatma Gandhi was, or his carriage was, or his elephant was overtaken by the vehicle in which police superintendent's messenger came, and then Mahatma Gandhi was ordered to return back to his own place, that is, to the house in Motihari. All right. Gandhi complied. Complied means agreed or accepted. He followed. All right. The messenger drove Gandhi home, where he served him with an official notice to quit Champaran immediately. Gandhi signed a receipt for the notice and wrote on it that he would disobey the order. So Gandhi agreed. All right. He did what was asked by the messenger. He went with the messenger in his carriage. All right. So the messenger took Gandhi to the home where Gandhi was staying, and there, after reaching there, Gandhi was given a notice, an official notice. All right. The notice stated that Gandhi should leave Champaran immediately. That means he had to quit Champaran. Then it's immediately, right? Gandhi signed a receipt for the notice. So you have to acknowledge the receipt of the order or any official notice by signing. All right. So he signed and wrote on it that he would disobey the order. So Gandhi, after having signed for acknowledging the police superintendent, he even wrote that he would disobey the order, meaning that Gandhi would not leave Champaran. All right. Okay. So in consequence, Gandhi received a summons to appear in court the next day. So, in consequence means as a result of disobeying the order of police superintendent, Gandhi received a summon. Summon means a call. All right, it is a legal word which connects or which has reference to law. All right, so Gandhi was called to appear in the court. All right, now Gandhi has disobeyed the order, so you know Gandhi was called to appear in the court. All right, come to court the next day. All right, okay. All night, Gandhi remained awake. He telegraphed Rajendra Prasad to come from Bihar with influential friends. He sent instructions to the ashram. He wired a full report to the viceroy. So, when he was asked to come to the court the next day, that night, he could not sleep. He remained awake, planning what to do, what is to be done, right? So, as soon as okay, he telegraphed Rajendra Prasad. So he sent a telegraph to Rajendra Prasad, who is in Patna. Mahatma Gandhi is in Motihari now. As of the textbook, Rajendra Prasad is in Patna. So in the telegram, he asked Rajendra Prasad to come uh, with influential or popular or famous friends means now lawyers. He sent instructions to the ashram. So remember, Gandhi was staying in ashram in Sevagram, right? So he sent telegram, giving instructions what is to be done or what is not to be done during his absence in ashram. So he sent instructions to the ashram. He wired a full report to the viceroy. So viceroy, again, an official uh, rank. All right, so he wired means he through telegram he sent a full report about the happenings in Champaran, in Motihari, in Muzaffarpur, and what was happening to him then to viceroy, right? Okay. Okay, then I'll stop here. We'll continue in the next video session. Till then, take care. Bye bye. If you have any doubts, do not hesitate in sending me text, all right, or getting your doubts clarified.